Hi guys! Welcome to the 4th day of Holy Week crafting. The 4th day of the week is Wednesday. The Wednesday of Holy Week is called Holy Wednesday. And this is the day that we'll remember when Jesus entered a city called Bethany, and he met a lady who did a beautiful thing. This lady brought a jar of perfume, and she broke it at Jesus's feet. And as she started to cry at Jesus's feet, she put the perfume on his feet and started cleaning it with her hair. The disciples were astonished, and they rebuked the woman, saying, "You could have used the money from selling this perfume to do a lot of good." But Jesus stopped them, and he made what the lady did into something beautiful. He said that this lady was getting ready for the Friday on which he would die, and that she was doing what she could to get him ready for his death. Just like the jar that the lady had broken, this lady was broken inside too. Jesus saw her brokenness, and he loved her. On this Holy Wednesday, I hope that we can all bring our broken worship to Jesus, as silly as it may seem to others, and to know that Jesus loves us and he makes us beautiful. Let's get started, everybody. Today, our craft is gonna get a little messy. I hope you're ready. The non-messy things we'll need today are our handy dandy box of crayons, our trusty pair of scissors, our sticky things. You could get your glue or your tape. Here are the messy things you'll need today. Get some paint, any color that you can find. We're gonna use our hands to paint a little bit today. If you can also find a paintbrush, that would also be really helpful. If you don't have paint at home, you can also use markers. Or if you don't have markers, you can also use your crayons to trace whatever we're gonna do. After the paint, the other messy thing is going to be either some oil, or if your parents will let you, some nice smelling perfume or cologne to use for today. All right, let's take out our brown bags. And from our brown bag today, we're going to take out the paper for Wednesday, okay? And then also inside the bag, you'll see a little image of a jar. Guess what jar this is? So, get these papers out, leave everything else in the bag, and let's say bye-bye bag. Let's start with the non-messy part of our craft today. You're going to take your image of your jar and then get any color of crayons that you'd like and go ahead and decorate this jar. You can make it any color, or you could even write your name on it. Lots of things you can do. Let's do it. Here we go. All right, there is my jar. Now, after you've colored it, we'll go ahead and cut it out today. If you don't want to cut the whole thing out, then I recommend at least cutting out this side of the jar, okay? Because that side is going to be right next to the messy part of our craft today. Alright, this last little part right here and down the bottom. Okay, there's our cut out of the jar. You totally do not have to cut this white part out. That would be really hard. We are ready to get messy. First, we'll start by writing the woman anoints Jesus. Or if you also want to start with the word Jesus, you can write Jesus is anointed at Bethany. That's the city that he was in. After that, you're gonna take your jar, put some glue or tape on the back. Alright. And then stick this jar on the top right of your paper, under the words. Alright? Okay, here's the messy part. Go ahead and get a scrap sheet of paper, or maybe like a paper plate that you have. If you don't have a paintbrush, that is. If you have a paintbrush, it might actually be really good. So what you can do is you could actually stick your paintbrush in the paint and then paint this side of your hand where your pinky is, okay? But I don't have a paintbrush today, so I'll show you how I'm gonna do it without a paintbrush. Put a little bit of paint on your paper plate or your scrap paper. There we go. And then I'm gonna take this part of my hand, make a fist, and put this part of your hand into the paint. Here we go. Ah! It's so squishy and cold and weird feeling. Ah! You might want to take some of the paint off. You don't want the whatever is on your Holy Week crafting to be too messy. All right, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use this part of our hand as a stamp and make a little stamp. Look at that. It looks like a footprint. And so that's the left foot that you made with your left hand, and now we have to make the right foot. Get your other hand. This is so weird feeling. Ah! You put the right footprint right next to the other one, like this. Oh, how fun. Okay, so this is the foot. And then you also need to make some toes, right? One way you could do it is you could get a crayon and you could just draw a big toe and draw the other toes next to the foot. Another way you could do it is you could get your little fingers, all right, put your thumb in the paint and let that be the big toe right here. That toe is really big. All right, and put paint on your other fingers and make those into the other toes. Aww, see? These are supposed to be Jesus's feet. I'm gonna wash my hands because I need clean hands to do the rest of our craft. So let's pause the video, go to the bathroom, wash your hands. I'll be back. Whew. All clean. Woo. Time for the next part of our Holy Week crafting. you're going to get that oil that Miss Danny asked to get earlier, or the perfume, or the cologne, and you're going to take a little bit, just a little bit, into either a dish or a cap like me. Stick your little finger in there, and you're going to put some drops of oil, make it look like it's coming out of the jar and on to the feet to show that she's cleaning his feet with the oil. Wipe my hands clean one more time. Get your glue or your tape. Put a little bit on that construction paper that's in there. And let's stick it on. Here is our Holy Week crafting for the 4th day of Holy Week, Holy Wednesday. When you see this craft, I hope that you'll never feel too silly to worship God in any way that you might want to. Jesus looks at your worship and he will make it perfect. See you tomorrow for tomorrow's Holy Week crafting. Bye!